So we've had overnight for everything to sort itself out and dry and do things that we need to do. Let's get some lights on. Doink, doink. Oh, shocking. Let's get some white balance back. How's that? Right. Let's give the camera a few seconds to sort itself out. Lovely. Right. Let's get a new glove on. As you do. Right, so all the glass should have stabilised by now, which it looks like it has. Yep, lovely. There's a few spots on there to touch in with the grey on a couple of these panels. This thing here, the glue has settled in lovely, and it just looks like a bit of chipping now. So I'm happy with that. That's all I had the matte varnish, just to seal that decal in as well. What else have we done? I can't remember now. So we're going to leave that off for the time being anyway. This couple are just for transportation, because otherwise we end up breaking the GPMG. Now, if you really wanted to, I'm actually going to leave mine. That's just black primer that we've got on there. If you really wanted to, you could add just a gentle dry brushing of silver. Silver being generic name, just to suggest that it's had a little bit of wear and tear. I'm actually going to leave mine. But once we get this to Stoke and back to the shop, what we'll do is just take the turret off. I've added that silly vinyl thing as well. I'm not too convinced with that. So it's possible you might have to add that during the build rather than afterwards. Anyway, get back to what I was saying. When we get to Stoke, what we'll do is, if you can just see in there, just about make out where the coupler connects to the ring. We'll add a drop of Tamiya extra thin on the inside there when we get to the shop. Boink. But that's how it'll look. Which is lovely, 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 lovely. Liking this. You need this kit. Trust me, you need this kit. Obviously you're going to have a little bit more spare time in your hands, hopefully. I keep saying obviously. Hopefully you'll have more spare time in your hands than I've had. You can do a little bit more work with it. Not walk away from it for like 5 days at a time like I had to. And then sit there going, what was I doing? Right, so all that's done. All I need to do now is finish this rear section. So we'll do some chipping on this thing the old fashioned way with some chipping fluid. Is it the old fashioned way? Panic over, might find it. Right, so using the same brush we used for all that PVA stuff. Oh, hang on. Let's activate the bristles again. There we go. I don't know why I'm shaking it. So just make it all frothy and bubbly. So this is the replacement for the hairspray technique. It does the exact same job, just nowhere near as smelly, and you're in control of this, rather than just like that big cloud of smelly mist. And I'm going to add this to the bottom section of the pipe. Down here. Like so. I'm going to add it to the whole thing on that small vent. Now, is that an exhaust pipe too, or is that something else? Let me know. Alright, so that's that. And then we let that dry completely. There's the barrel, which is going to need a couple more coats of matte varnish because I didn't quite catch there. So I'll give that another coat. But now that's dried back, we've not got all that shine. You can actually see the wash detail now in that lighter black. And that's why I never use black for black. Use a slightly lighter shade so when you do your pin wash it'll show up. Beautiful. I've still got a little bit of pastel work to do. Where are we? Bit of pastel work on the end, just to suggest the doing that again. Suggest the soot of the rounds going off. That's what I haven't done. I haven't painted those fenders, have I? So, rubber and tyres mix again. eModels 033. I should brush paint this on. I'll probably need a couple of coats as well. Now, normally, from the looks of it on the references, you should go up to that photo etch we added, but yeah, as we've now discovered, the photo etch is in the wrong place. Fantastic. So we're going to go slightly below that. Taking care of that decal. Been shot. Getting shot, Tony. Like so. A bit rough around this bottom edge. Ooh, that's a big gurgle. I'm going to try and get my head around the around the camera now. That's kind of cool. Lovely. So again, it's not too dark. Just to me, black always looks wrong when you use like flat black. The Tamiya version. Good old XF1, it just doesn't look right. Go. Lovely. Right, so I'll let that dry off, see if it needs a second coat, and if it does, we shall add that. Lovely, I like that. I do like that. So having just whipped off the turret ring, yeah. What we need to do is, I don't know, it's on these, isn't it? Burk. Right then. So what we need to do now is add the little lights at the back. Now, I can't quite tell off my references whether that's a brake light or an indicator light. And seeing as I've completely mislaid my clear red, I'll do it in orange. Which is probably wrong, but yeah. When you come to do yours, you'll do yours right, won't you? So what I'm going to do is just generic silver from Revel. And it's literally just going to touch that. Rather than paint it in, I'm just going to touch it in. Got a little bit more control that way, so that's that one. We'll let that dry, and then we'll add a couple of dollops of the orange. So I'm turning the piece around so I can reach all the edges of that circle. So I'm not painting it, I'm just dabbing. I say if these should be red, when you build yours, you do yours red. I can't quite make my mind up whether that's an orange or a red. I don't know. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome either way. It's fine. Right. That's dry, so we can get the medium brown. Which was here a minute ago. How did you end up back over there? Oh dear. Paint disappearing on me, what's that about? Just grab the palette, and I'll whack medium brown in there, like so. So now that chipping fluid is nice and dry, so we'll just cover this rust up. Like so. Lovely. Give me a shot. Just figured out why I'm getting a headache. I've not got my glasses on. Brilliant. So I'm just in there, like that. There'll all be tongues hanging out. Magic. Hook hook. Right, let that dry. And then get that brush a wash. Cover, back on the bristles, and then this is my crystal orange. Spot there. I say if this should be red, then you sort yours out accordingly. I can't quite tell. It's basically touching into the area. Lovely. Leave that nice and flat. I'm wondering how many people are yelling at the screen right now. It should be red. Magic. Ooh. So I'm not so much painting that in as having a fairly decent blob on the tip of the brush and then just dabbing it into the area. Because there's a little rim there, capillary reaction is actually taking the paint away from the brush and filling that inside area. Brilliant. Science. It's magic. It's not magic at all, that's why it's science, isn't it? Silly me. I don't know. Hey, leave me alone. Been working nights, leave me alone. Right, so the varnish on that barrel is doing its job nicely. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Just a couple of shiny spots where I've not quite got it. But that's fine, we'll get that in the final varnish at the end. I'm happy enough with that now. So, what I need is a wee-wee, first of all. I need a wee-wee. Okay, so I've just done a second coat of the orange on those two lenses. Now, this paint should have dried. So just off camera I've got my water and ordinary brush, and I'm literally going to just wet a couple of areas on these paints. Let the water do its thing. What this will be doing now is where's that gone? The chipping fluid underneath. This will actually react with that through the paint, which will then allow us to add a few scratches here and there. Just being very patient, let the water do its thing, come through the paint. You can just about make out, hopefully. Let's bring it down, see if that works. Oh, focus. We've now got that rust colour showing through. way of doing this as well is to stipple that area with some Mr. Hobby primer. Just got some sponge down, stipple it on. I've let that paint dry a little bit too much. Oh no! If I have, it's fine. I can always stipple the rust over the top, it's not a problem. That's more water there. There we go. There we go, nice and subtle.
Here comes Bod.
Ooh! Phone call. Right. Let's get some pastels. Oh. So you can use the Tamiya weathering pastels, or like I did, one of these from the auction websites for a couple of quid. Tamiya weathering pastels are basically these that are already ground up for you. So if you're on a budget like me, don't panic, you can still do this. It's the exact same stuff. Now I want a really sooty, nasty colour, so we'll go with that one. And we'll get another knife for this. I can show you. A few scrapings, there you go, that's what the weathering powders actually are. It's the exact same stuff. Put you there for a second, and then I get my brush specifically for this purpose, which is this one. It's basically a case of just very gently dusting onto the area. At first you won't look like you're doing anything. Keep going, because it is building up slowly. Just about make out, hopefully. What was that? Oh, that's just light. That's something on me on then. It is building up very, very gently on this lower edge here. Going all sooty and grainy. We like that. We do like that. So, on the skirts, I'm just going to add a little bit as well, just around this bottom edge. You can see the effect better there, just grubbing up that bottom edge. Especially on the white areas, so we've got the appearance of, you know, all that nasty stuff that kicks up from the road. So it's not a massive drastic change. It's just enough to suggest there's something there. You can even mix some of these colours together just to give you a little bit of tonal variation. Nice, like that. What else have I got? I don't actually have any grey. No, I don't have grey. If we had a grey, I'd add some of that to the tracks as well. Yeah, we can live with that. Just do a bit of grubby hand marks around Barry's Hatch as well. A little bit of grub. Probably too much. I don't know. Take your finger right back out of it, Tony. There you go. Where we get, yeah, mucky handprints and things like that. Lovely. Right, so let's grab some more of that colour. I'll add some nastiness at the back now. Just to give the impression there's something there when there isn't. It's probably too much, but there we go. The photos that John sent me, they are actually quite mucky in this area. Don't know why, I'll find out from John. Yeah. If I put the compressor on. Let the pressure build up. What I've got as well is oil wash. There's a part of me that's tempted to add some around these filler caps. Tempted, but I don't think I will. Air only. Just give that a quick blast. Knock away anything loose. Just go and sit with the brush on its own. Just give it one of those on the back of your hand. Just get rid of any excess. There we go. Lovely. Right. A bit more around here. And then lucky handprints around here. Lovely, right, stop messing. It's supposed to be a clean one, this. Supposed to be clean, yeah. The uncle's going to tell me off now, isn't he? Magic. Right, so if I pull you right up here now out of the way, just give myself a bit of elbow room. Yeah, just pull that back like that. Oh, I'm getting all cluttered again off to the sides. That's what you get just out of frame. It's crazy. So shift all these, give myself a bit of elbow room. Clump, He says just shifting things over here. Anywho, add these boxes now. So again, just initially, we're going to go underneath. Shift U. Go underneath. Just hit that bottom corner there. Like so. Hit that bottom corner. There, like so. Give it a little squash. Bottom edge there. Little squash. Still need to add tracks to that rear section. Little squish in that corner there. Little squash. Now be very careful where you put your hands now, because we've still got the photo etch that might fall off. Because it's me and I'm clumsy and I'll break things. Slow down. Think about what we're doing. Look around. So it's going to be right on the edge there. On that back edge there. Like so. And right in that corner there's another attachment. Just there. Give that a squash. I've still got my glasses on. Magic. And then a bit too much on the brush. Just there. Give that a little squash. Magic. Then set again here. So along that bottom edge. Like so. Along that edge there. Like so. Give that a squish. Yeah, technical term, squish. Try to do what I've just done and apply any pressure on that skirt, she'll pop it off. Little double just there. And then another little double just there. Little squish. Done. Leave that completely to dry now. So I'm going to get up, go and get some lunch. Yeah, I said lunch, didn't I? Yeah, I said lunch, didn't I? It's 3 days later. I hate my job. So all that's dried now at the back. It's all set and lovely, and look, I can do all this kind of thing. I can shake it about all over and it won't go anywhere. Brilliant. So there's a couple of little snaggy bits need doing. Still need to add the little tracks at the back here, which I've already painted up to look exactly like these. Did all that off camera. So they're in a box now, ready to go to Stoke. Because that thing's now like I think I said it a couple of days ago. The coupler. A lot today. I don't know why. Very dry in work today. Yeah. Summer's arrived. Heating's still on. We've got air conditioning things blowing out hot air still. You know, all day long. I've got chapped lips. It's something chronic. So get back to my point anyway. we'll add this when we get back to Stoke. So I'm going to drop some ultra thin just under there, but you know, if you're at the stage now where you're ready to finish, now would be the time to do that. So that we're done in Stoke. I've now got to put that somewhere nice and safe, which I'll probably, to be honest, blue tack in there like that, ready for transport. It's going to be interesting, I've not transported anything for ages, and I've forgotten how to package everything up. But what I'm going to do in a minute is, oh, there's a hair there. What I'm going to do in a minute is I'm going to put all this together very, very loosely, like so, and I take some photos, and it's going to be great. Now again, if you're at the stage where you're ready to finish yours, just drop some glue just in the end of the barrel here, and spend a couple of minutes. You can only go one way. One way. That's it. That's all it can go on. And I still get that wrong. Brilliant. That is a huge, huge barrel. It's massive. But yeah, that would be the time you whack that on, hold it in place for a few moments. Job done. Lovely. I'm going to very, very gently, very carefully, because that couple is going to fly off. Just give you a quick, like that. Give you a quick thing like this, and then I'm going to put that down because I'm going to drop it and break it, and all kinds of horrible things are going to happen because I'm testing fate now. Job done. Right, photos. We'll do that, and then we'll do an outro-y type thing, and I'll see you in a minute. I'll get my teeth in as well. I'll see you in a minute. Yeah, I've not taken the photos yet. This is how the editing works. So just let me get rid of all this from her. So in conclusion, this was a beautiful kit to build. The frames were a little bit fiddly. I don't think I've got any to hand anymore. The massive great big nubs, they could have done that a lot better. But if you persevere, and if you use tools like this, you know, these little thin razors to cut through things, which hopefully is still available on the eModels website. I don't know. Just take your time, be patient with it. You'll get through, no problem. It's a beautiful kit to build. It's a beautiful kit to paint. You seriously, if you don't paint this camouflage scheme on this vehicle, try it on something else. Try it on a Land Rover, or I don't know, a BMP, or a T60. Do it. Oh, T60 in this colour. Brilliant. You need to try this scheme. Right, bear with us a minute. Oh dear, oh, get off, I'm knocking stuff over now. Right, so just remembered, I've got the wing mirrors still to put on off camera. I'll probably do that in Stoke as well, but we've got a member on the sick parade. Yeah. So I have actually read online that stem is a little bit too tall anyway, so we'll replace that. I'll probably use I don't know, an old paper clip or something. Just going to shave that. Trim that down, shave it, sand it. I'm knocking stuff over again. Oh my god. You want to see it off camera, it's an absolute bomb site just off to the side. So, yeah, trim that down, sand that flush. We'll use a little drill, like so, which is not far off that size there actually. A little bit narrower. We'll just tap into there a little bit, not a problem. Not a huge problem. Hopefully if I get some time I'll film that for you, but I doubt it, I'm afraid. Yeah. So I think that's it. Yeah, brilliant. So thank you all for watching. I know it's been an incredibly long process. I've no idea how many videos this has been. I had a look in the folder where I keep all the files, and it was huge. I had no idea I'd filmed so much stuff, so it's going to take me quite a while to edit through all this. Hopefully work's going to be kind to me and allow me a little bit of freedom to do that. But thank you so much for stopping by, taking part, and watching this. If you've got this far, thank you so much for being there. It genuinely does mean the world. Bob along, see my mates at eModels.co.uk, which is hopefully floating around here somewhere. Spend some money with them. Buy this kit. You need this kit. Yep, it's been a pain in the backside all the way through with them nubby things, but like I say, take your time, be patient with one of these things. You shouldn't have too many problems. If I can do this, there's no reason why you can't either. Thank you to eModels for letting me do this nonsense in the first place. Thank you guys for watching.